You can start and with roll call.
I don't really know their names.
Oh,
The Belknap, like, I know Jennifer just said her first name, but that I don't.
Well, that's right, so when we do the rule,
this is new.
Okay. So in attendance, we have Car Chase, Warren Clement, and Miles Chase.
Thank you. We also have Belknap Landscaping here, who have called, asked to do some options for plantings. And I think we'll go directly to that, if you don't mind. And then they can be excused, or you may take the whole meeting, either way.
well, sooner the better. All right, my name's Jack Lesperance, Belknap Landscaping. What we have in front of you is a variety of shrub options that we were looking.
Which picture you on?
Keep going.
Yes.
Yep.
Keep going.
All right, this is the Memorial Garden.
Yep.
And
And right now, we have all the existing plants that are in there right now. And then we would like to put some more, like sedums, continuous flowering, daylilies, and more potted plants and petunias until we get more perennials in there to let them take in more room.
what are your estimated costs for that?
As of right now, we don't have a cost because we still don't have a price list from our vendors yet for the new year.
Range?
I don't know, you're,
For that area, you're probably 300 to 400. Just plant
And
cost
plant
alone.
costs.
Plant
All right, so we
cost
got
alone.
$400 in plants, and what is it, estimate and labor to do it?
oh, I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head. Probably about $1,000. Depends
What
on
is-
how many
what-
hours.
We're trying to prepare a plan to.
Yep.
Send city council, okay. Yeah,
And then we'll move on to Legacy, the old Sawyer building.
So in this area, I provided photos of now, but I also provided photos of several years ago when it actually was Sawyer's, the way it used to look.
And we'd really like to bring it back to that.
But my recommendation was, if approved, would to be remove all the grasses and the existing boxwoods. And then you also have hydrangeas, but if we could take the hydrangeas and just relocate them to that side garden, which I provided a picture, there's already some in there. And then if you could get the Legacy building, the real estate office to agree.
It's me. I own
Oh,
it.
it is? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, there you
If
go.
we
Yeah, you got an in.
Yep.
If we could
Fantastic.
plant it the way it used to get planted, because that's your wow, when you pull in. It's kind of like when you pull into downtown Meredith, you see the hotels and all the flowers are hanging, you're just like, wow.
that's what we're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like the grasses. One, it does create a hiding spot for people to
Yes.
sleep. So we do prefer that those get, and it hides the building. So
Yes.
I would prefer something more colorful than the big tall grasses.
Now, when it was Sawyer's, I used to do it. So there was irrigation, so, and then you hooked up to the side of the
Yep.
building. I don't know if that's still functional.
It is not, and we've actually tried to get Guilford Well out to get that looked at. We did hire somebody this year on our own dime, just because we did feel that we needed to dress up the front. So we did hire somebody to do flowers in these boxes here. The city did the boxes on the bottom.
Okay.
Now, if the city wants to take over this, I welcome it. We'll give access, whatever,
Well,
but.
I think the city could take over the ground floor,
The
but I don't
ground.
think the city can take over the building.
Yeah, so did Robert used to contract you guys for this?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
so
did that.
we have somebody that we use for this now. I would be open to getting a bid from you guys since you're there doing it so that they match.
Okay.
They can also fix your sprinkler system.
You
Yes.
guys could do
Yeah,
it?
we
Okay.
Irrigation.
I actually installed the irrigation into
So
them.
perfect. I would love for you to come and look at it, because no one seems to have an answer for me, so I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, I think, if we could give you another day, I'd finish the presentation, but kind of come up with some figures as to what really your estimate cost would be
Okay,
to plant on the whole thing that you're gonna present us, and labor all done.
okay.
And then a separate piece on the top balcony, the same way. So it's a little unfair to ask you to give me prices today, because I'm writing them down.
Okay,
He'll hold you to them.
Well, that's the biggest thing, because we, like I
Well,
said, we don't know.
like plants, the range is $400 to $600.
Right.
They're not going up 50%, I would assume.
Never know around here.
We
never
would
know
hope not,
nowadays.
but-
You never know about Belknap landscaping, is that what you're saying?
Nope. All right.
Okay, go ahead, Jennifer. I'm
And then
sorry.
at the base of it, you could either just leave it blank, or you could add ground cover juniper just to keep everything low, and just have your flowers in the background just be your pop,
Yeah.
along with the two barrels.
Yeah, we are trying to get the benches removed, just so
Okay.
you're aware. I'm working with the city on that.
Okay.
The barrels can stay, that doesn't bother us, it's the benches that are a problem.
Yeah.
The benches in front of our shop, we just moved ourselves. So if you'd like help with that, I can come down.
Because ours are just used for
Yes.
sleeping on,
Yeah, it was the
and
same
it's not a
thing.
great look entering downtown. I felt like they were bolted to the ground, were yours not bolted to the ground? Okay, I'll have to look.
They're heavy, but
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, thanks.
And I also provided, we used to do the winter decor there as well.
Okay,
I mean, it's in the day, but like all that used to be lit up.
yep. Yeah,
so-
we did our windows this year, the bottom, the inside.
And like I said, this garden right here would be a relocation center
For the hydrangeas.
for the hydrangeas, cause you have some in that bed.
We do, yep.
Can we take the irrigation out of that? I don't know.
There is not irrigation in this.
No, I don't think there ever has been either.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. So then I moved on to this length of this building, the City Hall building. And I know you removed all the shrubs and stuff like that for safety issues and people hiding behind them but I feel structurally, to soften the building,
Yeah.
I'd use some green shrubbery, evergreens, and then probably add some perennials to it as well. So the one I provided, it does not get huge width-wise or height-wise. It's just more of a softening tool.
Yeah, they only get to 8 to 10 feet.
Correct.
If
But if
that.
the
And you're
width
saying
is
to
four-
line this part along
Yeah.
the foundation,
But only a few, just
Yeah.
to
soften this.
soften that.
Well, again, if we could say, all right, they're gonna be 4 and they're gonna be 12 feet apart, I think that's what we're looking for a plan as opposed to
Okay.
generality.
Yeah, probably in between every window where that brick is, that's probably where, because you don't want to obscure any of the windows, any of the vents.
Well, you have a shrub that's here to start, and then you have one at the end. So I think it'd be probably 3, just in these blanks.
Well,
Yeah.
that's,
So you're looking at 3.
Okay.
and I would assume some annuals will be added.
Yeah, we'll put annuals and perennials in there again, like, so we can slowly,
Well, let's not do it slowly.
you're right.
Give us, this is the best shot, and this is $4,000 arbitrarily, and then we can decide how much we want to spend, but
Okay.
Okay,
I'm old and I don't want to,
He doesn't want to wait.
wait.
so bigger's better.
Pardon me?
Bigger is better.
Wow.
Is better, okay.
And I think we're gonna try to hold the real money, to Rotary Park, Stewart Park, and the entrance to the city.
Okay.
That's-
Okay,
That's where, I've got a list of what I would like done, but that's not the board, that's what I,
Mhm.
and each of us was gonna come up with some ideas
okay.
at this meeting too.
So then I listed them as the Main Street Gardens, and I did it section by section.
What-
I didn't really know how to name them, but,
We know.
okay. So the first one being the no right turn,
Yeah?
I've removed the existing and added new shrubs and perennials and ground cover with some annual pop.
And again, that's what we need, this is $1,424 to do that, so that's,
Okay. The bed that's right across from it on the left-hand side, I would mimic that first garden. However, I'd use some of the existing spirea, and there's a nice rose that's in there,
Yeah.
and then add in perennials and ground cover. And the lawn garden that's in front of or to the side of the thrift store, I'd leave the existing hydrangeas, however, I'd add 7 new shrubs and perennials, ground covers, and some petunias in there as well.
now the shrubs, are they low growing or can they?
Yes, low. All the ones that are in the PowerPoint stay low and compact, but they're not gonna be 4 to 5 foot and,
In the PowerPoint?
yes,
And then-
sorry, the plant option PowerPoint part of it.
All right.
Now, the long garden that's from the Rent-A-Center to the cycle store, I would remove the existing huge shrubs that are overgrown and just add in perennials, ground cover, and some petunias for your pop to start.
So is that where the beautiful hydrangeas are, that like,
I would
they're
leave
big?
those.
Oh, okay.
I would leave
I was
those,
gonna
because
say,
I don't
they're
think they're
nice.
hindering windows. Not
They
from
bother
where I
you?
saw.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's your
It
storefront.
is, yeah, and there's more hydrangeas down in front of bootleggers too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in season, they look,
They look
They're
very
amazing.
pretty.
Fantastic,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, it's just more just to get rid of the old, anything that looks beat up.
Yeah.
Replace it, refresh it. That's our biggest thing. I mean, last year we turned around and pruned everything and tried to get it all looking halfway decent. Now this year we can really go in there and go, okay, this needs to be replaced, this needs to be replaced. Now we can take those out and put new stuff in. And of course, the soil, we don't know what condition the soil's in, so we're gonna have to put some amendments in it. So,
Yeah, the bootleggers garden that year, I just suggested that we, just add in fresh perennials and ground cover.
and that's pretty much it for us.
Okay, well, if you could give us some detailed pricing.
Okay,
You've got pretty pictures, but we may wanna, this is the 4 shrubs you're gonna put in this section. If you give us the picture of the 4 shrubs, and
Okay, along with
we can go from there.
dollar amounts.
And then install, done,
complete, okay. Sure, we can do that, absolutely.
okay. It's 9:30 now.
Is there anybody that's not here that you'd like to keep these for?
Yes, there's a couple more people.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
you're welcome. I can actually leave
Seeing
them
as
all.
it affects the 2 of you dramatically, any
Yeah,
input?
is
No,
there
Any
anything
improvement for
that,
me is good.
yeah, no, I mean, it's all, sounds good. I think, throughout the season, routine maintenance goes a long ways too. Just, unfortunately, the city, grounds, they have a hard time, determining what's a weed and what's a flower. So, I mean, you guys did come by a few times last year, but I think that, it gets out of control pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So anything we can do to, keep up on the maintenance of them goes a long ways as well.
We're looking to update, put more hours in, get more time, because now we know ballpark.
Yeah, this
of
will be your
what we're gonna
second,
need
second
for-
season
yeah,
downtown.
For time
Yep,
that we're gonna need to, all right, where's the trouble spots?
sure.
Here, 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 and here. Okay, now we need to spend more time and take care of that.
Basically, it's a price for planting, a price for the plants,
Maintenance.
and then a price for maintenance.
Yep.
And the maintenance goes on yearly, and then, but again, we're looking for WOW, we're looking for the 3 sections.
Okay.
Okay, and as soon as you can possibly do this, we have a meeting scheduled in February with city council.
But we can be fluid with that as well. But I just wanted to, did we want to do any fall plantings?
Oh, yeah.
The mums.
Yeah, like, we did last year at the mums, we have a cost for all that stuff that we did last year.
I mean, I just want to, if we're gonna have a whole year, it might be worth having the
The spring
The
and the
fall.
fall.
the spring and the fall all together. So we're
Yep.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. What is expectations for for this fall? Is it the same that we did?
Well, I'm gonna put no. I'm not so sure how the mums and everything else were handled, but, my opinion is that we're concerned about the wow factor for downtown. That the Pumpkin Fest is a whole different deal. That's handled not by us, by Parks and Recreation or whoever the committee is. And they can submit their budget for what they need for
Okay,
six.
so
Are you okay?
I'm not okay with that.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, I understand where you're coming from, but it is collectively as a city. So, if I could get an estimate for what that would cost for the fall plantings,
for everything,
for what we did like
what we did last year.
if downtown TIF just wants to do the spring and summer, and they don't want to do anything after that, I will take to city council another proposal to do something
Might as
else.
well do the estimate at the same time.
So if I can get an estimate for wherever downtown TIF wants to stop and to where I need to pick it
Okay.
up.
So
Does
you
that
want to do the
include-
corn stalks, the whole 9 yards, okay.
Yep.
And what about the winter for the garland?
Yep, include that too.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do besides just the garland do you want to put more wreaths up? Do you want to do any of that stuff? Or do you want to just hold off on that for right now?
What
'Cause
is-
I don't even know if we have pricing, we can get pricing for that.
So
right
let's mirror what you guys did this last year.
now. Okay,
And if I can get that in an estimate, and I'll talk to Amy to see what else she wants to do, if anything, or if you think that we should be doing the wreaths or anything else. Maybe you can add those in as add-ons,
okay.
and that way when I go to council, I can just say, if you want this extra, I can just add this in.
Okay, and the whiskey barrels are being done by TIF, or are they gonna be done by city?
Well, the proposal was that we were gonna have 50 window boxes made by the school.
The Hewitt Center.
And then there's about 50 whiskey barrels. We have the whiskey barrels on
Okay.
hand. We have to buy the window boxes. And my opinion is that we have volunteers,
Yep.
probably sitting at the table, plus Miles's group, have planted those.
Okay,
I would like to see us continue that.
but then in the fall, you want us to take over that and do all
Well,
the fall mums or stuff of that? Is that,
I mean, if you don't want if you don't want the city in those and you want that's yours,
Well-
we won't.
I'm trying to keep the requests from the TIF district to the city in line with what it's not a cookie jar we can just take money from. But I'm also interested in seeing what happened with Pumpkin Fest. It was beautiful, no question about it.
Yeah.
And if that's incorporated into the TIF budgets, I'm okay with that too, but
all right, so
I
you
just-
guys.
Can you incorporate those barrels in with my estimate for the fall?
Okay.
So we have,
And are you gonna have the window boxes also, or no?
We have 55 window boxes planned for, to be constructed by the tech. So we'd have 55 window boxes, and then we have 50 whiskey barrels currently,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not likely gonna use all of them because most of those are being replaced with the window boxes.
Window boxes.
So we'd have to get a count for exactly where we wanna put the
The whiskey barrels were gonna be on the throat coming up through the city.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasant Street, by the church and by the bank, there's no real place for window boxes. But once you get to Henry's Cleaners, yeah, you
Right.
get window boxes, so.
So you want us to include the window boxes also?
Yeah,
plant
if we're doing quotes and estimates, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, just for the
Doesn't
fall.
hurt.
Do you want to do it for the
Oh, for
spring
the
and summer
fall.
too? Do you want it, if you want it for the spring and summer, we can do that too. It's just,
We haven't
I'd say, yeah.
discussed,
But put it in that you do it, and then we can add and subtract as we go along. Is that all right with you, Rob?
It's up to, it is your call. I just felt that the city needs to, we can't just do half a season. The city's gotta do the
Okay.
whole year.
Mhm.
Whether
And
the,
the TIF will be responsible for procuring and planting them then, is that what you're saying? Not the budget, not individuals?
that's however, if you want them to do it or you don't want, and you want the TIF
Put
committee to
it-
do
Put it
that.
in your budget that you're planting them and providing and removing and changing.
Does that include soils too? Okay.
the city does lay them out and they put some soil in, but it's trash, so.
I know all the soil that we put in there last season went into the compost pile for the city, so it should actually have some good kick in it this
Yeah,
year.
well, this last year, all the whiskey barrels was good soil, we filled that
Okay.
ourselves, but typically it's just sand that the city.
That was
puts
one of the
in.
reasons we did it ourselves, is because it was concrete you were planting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is watering. I have an idea for budget for the watering of the plants and stuff like that, because you guys don't, the city was doing it, and Amy was not happy about it. So if we can do it, I can put that in the budget to have that done too.
What do you mean by watering?
We have a vehicle that has, a water vehicle that has fertilizer in it,
So
and water, so it
I think,
sprays
I don't wanna
waters the plants.
minimize efforts made by various departments and maintenance of the grounds. I think they were probably a little overwhelmed, and we probably lost some plantings due to
Yeah.
not watering. It might be advisable
But
to,
Does that mean daily watering?
No, it'd probably be like 3 times a week, depending on the weather, because if we had the weather
Yeah,
like
the
we
way
had
it had
last
this
year,
spring.
we're in the watery spring, great, but the summer, I mean, we can do that. I can budget it for so many visits, and then after that, when it gets close, I'll let you guys know, it's like, hey, I could budget for like 30 visits, which is probably like 3
so,
months or 2 months.
you know, what we could also do, is when they submit their budget, you add in a contingency when you go to council, so you have a percentage of what their overall budget is, and then you add in a contingency fund, so if you go over, because you need to do X, Y, or Z, you have the contingency built in.
Okay.
Yeah, I just would wanna, keep the stress off of the grounds department if we have the means to do it. It's just if you guys wanna pay to have it done. So, but yeah, we literally have a crew that goes out every 2 or 3 days and we'll go and water every single bed that we've planted. We'll
What
water.
about the flower barrels and window boxes? You
Yeah,
including
anything
that?
that we've planted for the spring or fall,
Okay.
that would be one of the things. This is an add-on for the window boxes and stuff, so it's gonna be more time consuming. So, but we can plan for that and go from there.
What is your billing rate?
I'd
That's
rather
okay.
not. Rather not say. Sorry.
It'll be in the proposal?
Yes, it will be in the proposal.
All right.
May I ask roughly, how big are the window boxes?
The window boxes are 33 inches long, 12 inches deep, and about 11 inches wide.
Okay.
So
Oh, they're good sized boxes.
they are.
There you go.
Well,
That's some good sized plants.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any areas that I didn't touch in this presentation that you all would like to see done?
For the sake of it, the emphasis was on the three things: Rotary Park, Stewart Park, and the entrance to the city.
Okay,
We'll see how much that is, and then
okay.
we go from there.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, concerns, or issues?
Nope.
No?
So
Okay.
again, speed is,
Of the essence.
yeah. Because all of a sudden, it's February.
I will have that done today.
Good,
I will give you pricing.
thank you.
I wish we could do this and it's May.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it won't be 6 degrees every day, so.
No. All righty.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
We would like to
absolutely.
get it done.
Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure to meet you all.
I'm sure we'll meet
Leave
again.
This copy
Yeah,
too.
we'll take what, if
Okay.
you guys don't need it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay warm. Warm thoughts, warm thoughts.
Okay. And as soon as you get those, just send them out to, and include Charlie and
Jim.
Jim.
I think that sounded good, as long as they can meet their end. I think a lot of that maintenance last year kind of went to the wayside halfway through the season.
Well, and keep in mind, last summer we had no rain, so we had that wet spring, and then it was hard probably to keep up with the fact we had no natural.
Yeah, and it was their first year doing
Assistance,
it as well.
right.
Well, you also had Pep,
We did.
who was volunteering.
Right.
And the stuff that he did made it through,
Mm-hmm.
so. Well, we'll wait and see what the proposals are, and you're saying we may move out the presentation to the city beyond that date?
I think that we should have a firm estimate and a presentation ready to go to city council. I don't think that we need to put an artificial timeline on us to rush something that's not
Okay.
fully vetted out to city
Well,
council.
I'll leave that up to you, and,
I mean, without having anything now, to have something ready for that first meeting in February is not realistic. I think the earliest we would be looking at something would be now the second meeting in February, and I think that would be reasonable. Based off of the last meeting I watched of city council, they're looking to budget out of the TIF for the lighting project, and we're still waiting for the estimate back for the lighting project. So I feel like city council would probably be hesitant about committing funds without having that estimate back for the lighting anyways.
okay.
So, that's just my take on,
All right.
Mm-hmm.
based
Well,
on.
you're,
off the
you're
last
here
meeting.
every day, we're here once a month.
But, I just feel like we should have the whole vision
Okay,
ready to go.
Yeah.
good enough.
This might be a stupid question. Who paid for the mums last year? I was under the impression a portion of it came from here, no? Or was that Pumpkin Fest?
So Pumpkin Fest did not pay for any landscaping. So they were, did you get a copy of what Belknap Landscaping submitted for the last meeting?
No. I can
So
grab that.
that has a breakdown of all the costs and
Got it.
what was paid and what was not paid.
Okay.
I think what they did for Pumpkin Fest, I think that looked amazing.
People commented. I mean,
Yes.
there were,
If we're talking wow
wow, that
factor,
was
that
wow.
had
Yeah,
wow. Yeah.
they did a good job. I know I liked how my building looked pulling into town.
And why I asked for we don't need just the pop during the spring and the summer.
Correct.
You're correct,
If you're trying to be an economic driver or engine for the downtown,
100%.
you need to be attracting people year-round.
Correct.
And if the city just does the spring,
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Right.
And I think that's a very important thing to look at. Pumpkin Fest, they're there for the 1 day or the 2 day event. They're not landscaping.
Yeah, yeah. The fall plantings can be tough, just because you put the mums in and they're there for like 3-4 weeks before this city has to remove the barrels and everything. So
Right.
it's, you know, it's financially looking at that is a little heartbreaking, because it lasts for such a short period of time.
100% agreed.
But there's no other way around that.
I mean, it's, I don't know what the solution
No,
is to
I
that
don't
either.
think there really is. It's New England seasons.
But I feel like if we're trying to attract people downtown, we've got to,
Yeah.
we do
And there
have
may
to be
be more
visible.
we can add to that. Yeah.
So, but I mean, all we're doing right now is getting estimates. If we don't like what they provide,
We
we
don't
don't
need to
have to,
Choose it.
we don't need to go with it,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we stay focused. We have minutes at the last meeting that you received. Any corrections or motion to accept?
Accept.
Second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Rotary Park sprinklers update.
Oh, we did not get any update from Amy.
Okay. Is she gonna post that for a request for proposal, or?
I do not know what her status is on that. I will follow up with her and, we'll have something for our next meeting.
Okay. We just had proposals for landscaping for the three items we talked about. Window boxes,
Yeah, I spoke to Alex. It is on their agenda to start assembling. With the changes that we made, he thinks it's still within the $100 to $110 a box for 55.
bike racks,
Bike racks. I started doing a little research on the bike racks. There are, it's a little overwhelming with the amount that's out there, and I'm not sure what the city uses for, their suppliers. These racks range anywhere from, like $135 for what's currently used downtown to
Thousands. probably.
thousands of dollars. So I think visually, if we kept it the same with the current bike racks that we have going downtown, which is just a few, and we come up with a idea of where we want to place them, I was thinking along some of the light posts, two to three more on each side of the road, Pleasant Street, in Main Street. I know that Canal Street wants it. I think that makes the most sense, but the prices range anywhere from, 135 to.
so you're saying 4 to 7 racks, maybe?
I think so, yeah. And I know that DPW has, they have some recommendations on
Okay.
where they want these placed.
Will they be seasonal?
Well, that's their concern in the past, is that they need to be removable. But if we could put it, say, alongside the light posts, I think that, if they're gonna be plowing around the light posts,
Yeah.
I don't see why they
Okay.
can't plow around a bike rack.
Well, we'll leave that up to you. You know, where are the bike racks downtown?
There's one in front of my building, there's one behind Wayfair, and then there's one outside the old Family Dollar location on the backside, which is kind of
There's
the
a
beauty
bike
store.
rack at the Congregational Church too, but that
Okay.
just happens to be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I didn't even think of the, oh, there is, okay. Yeah, there is, and that was placed there by them.
By the church, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I know like Defiant would love to have a bike rack out front. I'm sure that the candy store would for after school.
Mhm.
Trillium has mentioned it in the past that they would like something.
Well, if you can continue to work with the city on that,
Okay,
location and, yeah, okay.
and Amy would be my contact with that?
Did you have a chance to talk about trash barrels? Attractive trash barrels. We want to attract good trash.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Thoughts on that? Again, there's hundreds of designs out there as far as trash barrels go. I assume like storage of these trash bins and barrels are all brought to, like, say, Weir's Beach, they all brought to the same place?
I think they're left in place.
Are they left?
Through the winter?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think, I
They're
think
not
the only
put
one
out
the
there.
city picks up are the barrels they use for events, but they pick those up after events. I don't think
Okay.
that they pick up.
Okay. So they're-
I think the ones downtown are right, right where they were in July.
I could be
Stay
wrong,
here.
I know a DPW guy I can ask.
you know someone on the inside?
Yep.
I'm here. Okay. Could we get a summary of what TIFs was billed for and paid for last year? And then we've got an idea of what we really spent.
Yep.
The storage shed roof is leaking, and has anything happened on that?
We have not moved forward with anything.
Okay. Wish list, I think we're
We did.
working on that all the time, so if anybody's got some ideas, let's get them on the table before it's not on the table.
Table's full.
That's all I have. You have anything more, Rob?
Nope, got it all.
I find that hard to believe, but
You have
okay.
nothing to say.
No, I already got it all out. We already talked about all the landscaping, so I'm happy with that.
I agree with you that we need a year plan presented. And where the money comes from different,
I mean, who pays for it?
that's.
At the end of the day, it's not my call to make. If we're going, I just feel like we need to do the whole year.
Yeah,
Whether Parks and Rec is paying for that, or the TIF is just paying for this bit, I'll leave that to
and I think we started
finance and,
seeing good momentum last year. I think people, like you said, saw a change happening, a look in downtown.
I
for the
thought
positive.
the publicity when we first started was not good. On that though, I think a lot of money was allocated for upkeep or to bring things back to what they were, which was, we didn't expect it to be as much as what it was.
Sure.
But then when the fall plantings stepped in, it was, "Ooh, wow, you guys are doing something."
Right.
And I would just hate we had the positive note at the end, to not do the positive note
Keeping
on
it
the
going.
next cycle.
I agree.
I agree. Okay,
Yeah, there's a lot. there's a lot of moving parts with the landscaping downtown.
And I think if, last year was our first go at it. Moving forward, having a firm budget or at least an estimate of what we're doing each year, just works out better.
Yeah. That is. And then we can add to it or subtract off.
I mean, once people start seeing that and they're liking what's going on.
Yeah.
And if we're attracting more people, more foot traffic, more vehicle traffic downtown, and it starts showing,
Helping.
then,
Well, I think what happened too is, as overall said, that before you can plant the bed, you gotta clean up the bed and get rid of it's like renovating a house. You thought you were gonna paper
You
and
gotta take it
wallpaper
down to the studs first.
until you replace
Yep.
the electrical wiring and the sheetrock.
so, we had some lessons learned this last year, but that's
It's all
normal
part
with
of the
any,
process.
yep.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, we need a motion to continue or adjourn.
Motion to
Motion
adjourn?
to adjourn.
Second. Thank you very much.